Hello and welcome to the next episode of my channel where I'll be taking up a lesson called Bholi from class 10th. Now Bholi, her real name was Sulekha, but since her childhood everybody had been calling her Bholi, the simpleton, the naive, the innocent. She was the fourth daughter of Nambardar Ramlal. He had other three daughters who were very, very beautiful. The Radha, the eldest one, had already been married. The second one, Mangala's marriage had also been settled. And now Ramlal would be thinking about Champa. All were good looking, healthy girls. It was not difficult to find bridegrooms for them. But the only problem was with Bholi. When she was just 10 months old, she had fallen off her cot and she had damaged some part of her brain. So she was a backward child. She had remained a backward child. She used to stammer. And on top of that, she had got a severe attack of smallpox, because of which her entire body was permanently covered with deep, dark pock marks. So she was neither good looking nor a well-developed, mentally developed child. Now Bholi was 7 years old when Mangala was married, and the same year a primary school was opened in the village. Now because Ramlal was a Nambardar, he was a government representative in the village. So when the Tehsildar Sahib came for the inauguration ceremony, he asked Ramlal to send one of his daughters to the school, or to send his daughters to the school, not one of his daughters. He asked him to send his daughters to school to set an example for everyone. So Ramlal went home and he consulted with his wife, but then his wife, being an illiterate, ignorant woman, shouted at him, calling him crazy, that if girls would go to school, who would marry them? But they had a solution. The wife said that send Bholi to school. Anyways, her chance of getting married is very less, so send her. So next day, Bholi was given a proper bath. She was given decent clothes, and she had a feeling that she is going to be sold, just like her cow Lakshmi had been dragged out of the house some days back. So she also felt that now it was her chance to be sold out, because today was the day when her father was dragging her out of the house. And new clothes had never been made for Bholi. She was always given the old, passed on to her the clothes from her sisters, and no one cared to give her clean clothes or wash her or mend her or whatever. And today her hair was also oiled. So when she got this decent clothes, and when her hair was oiled, and that is when she realized that she is being taken to a proper place. She is not being thrown out of the house just like their cow Lakshmi. So when they reached school, all the children were already in the school, and she sat in one corner with her head down, and she saw first time she came to know what school looks like. And she saw the walls of the school was brightly painted with everything like plants and animals and trees, and she was very happy to be here. But then she was scared to talk. Just then a lady comes to her and asks her what is her name. It was her teacher, and she started to stammer, Bholi. So she couldn't complete it. She stopped at bho, and the other girls started to laugh at her, and she started crying. But the teacher who had asked her the name was very soft and very soothing, and she encouraged her to say it, and then finally she was able to say Bholi. So in the first attempt she could not complete saying the full name, but in the second attempt, with the teacher's encouragement, she was able to say it. And the teacher appreciated her, praised her, and Bholi felt very happy. First time somebody had appreciated her, and the teacher asked her, would you come to school every day? Yes. And then she gave her a book, and the book had beautiful pictures of goat, cat, horse, a cow, just like her Lakshmi. And the teacher encouraged her that in 1 month you will be able to read this book, and then I'll give a bigger one, and then a bigger one, and then a bigger one. So it's a kind of opening of light to her, enlightenment to her, somebody praising her, somebody giving her knowledge. So years passed, and now one day Bholi heard her parents talking about her marriage, and somebody's proposal had come for her, that was Bishambar Nath. But there was a problem. Bishambar was as old as her father, his children were as old as Sulekha, and he also limped. Mother was very happy at this relationship. She was very happy at this proposal. She wanted her daughter to get instantly married to Bishambar Nath. But her father was a little worried that should we ask Bholi, what will Bholi say? But then mother was like, she is a dumb cow. What will she say? She's getting a good groom. What more does she want? And the day of the marriage, there was a huge party, the Bharat party, and drums and procession, and her sister were envious. They were jealous that this Bholi was getting such a grand marriage. And when it was time for the bridegroom to put the garland around the bride, some lady pulled her veil down. Bholi's face was covered as of now. Now let's not forget that in olden days, girls and boys did not see each other before marriage. So Bishambar Nath had not seen Bholi as of now. So when the veil was removed from her face, Bishambar Nath saw her face and he was taken aback. This girl's face was covered with pock marks. So he stepped down. He said, I'm not going to marry this girl. I want 5,000 rupees right now. Somebody told him, you are also not young. But then he was not ready to move. He said, I want 5,000 rupees. Then only I am going to marry her. Ramlal, that is Bholi's father, tried to negotiate, tried to bring the amount a little down to 2,000, but he was not ready to listen. He kicked his father's pagdi away. Ramlal had kept his pagdi on his feet, that this is my daughter's izzat, my izzat. Please marry him. But no, he wanted 5,000 rupees. So Ramlal ultimately counted 5,000 rupees and he gave it to him. And now Bishambar was very happy and he was about to put the garland back around the girl's neck. But this time, it was Bholi who threw the garland away into the fire, and she said, Pitaji, I don't want to marry this man. Take back your money. Everybody was taken aback. How can this girl who has never spoken up speak in front of the whole assembly? And that too shamelessly she's saying that I don't want to marry him. Okay, so Bholi said to her father that because of your izzat I was ready to marry this man. But I will not have such a mean, greedy person as my husband. No. So old ladies around, they started criticizing her, calling her a fool and shameless girl, and that they thought that she was a dumb cow, and today how she was speaking without even stammering. But Bholi was stern. She was adamant. She said, no, I will not marry. So Bishambar Nath took back his party and went back, and the band party thought that the marriage was over, and they started playing the Vidai song. But the only person who was very, very upset was Ramlal. With his head bowed down, he was very worried, and he asked Bholi, who will marry you now? What shall we do? Sulekha. Now she is no longer Bholi, she is Sulekha, and she said, Pitaji, in your old age, I will serve you and mother, and I will teach in the same school where I learned so much. And then she looked at her teacher. Isn't that, ma'am? And the teacher was very happy. She was looking at her masterpiece. She is the artist and Bholi was her masterpiece. And she encouraged Bholi. Yes, Bholi, you will. So इस कहानी में हम देखते हैं कि पढ़ाई का कितना महत्व है। पढ़ाई मिलने के बाद एक ऐसी लड़की जिसे सोसाइटी ने कभी इज्जत नहीं दिया और कभी उसे अच्छे कपड़े नहीं दिए, यहाँ तक कि उसके माँ ने, उसके पिताजी ने उसे बाकी बच्चों के जैसा सम्मान नहीं दिया, प्यार नहीं दिया। एक बार जब उसे नॉलेज मिल गया, वो अपने लिए खड़े होने के लिए रेडी है। आज पूरे समाज के सामने वो लड़की जो हमेशा स्टैमर करती थी, हकलाती थी, आज पूरा सेंटेंस उसने एक बार में कहा और उसने ये कहा कि वो अपने पिता के कारण इस शादी को करने के लिए तैयार थी, बट वो एक ऐसे इंसान से बिल्कुल शादी नहीं कर सकती है जो कि बहुत ही लालची है। और इन सब का श्रेय उसकी टीचर को जाता है, जिसने उसे ज्ञान दिया, नॉलेज दिया और उसे अपने पैरों पे खड़े होने का शक्ति दिया। So I hope you have understood the chapter. If any doubt, please ask me. And thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. Have a good day.